goddamn it. You know, my content, everybody, that's okay. No, that's a train of thought for me. It really ain't, and that's okay, neighbor. You know, you can go find something else to do with your spare time, like entertain yourself. Hey, it's a train of thought. You don't need to watch me bring up your goddamn blood pressure. Hello. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect, and this is peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. Hi to the genuine ones with no misattentions. Hi. Always be yourself. Don't give me a light, neighbor. Far from the hater, we ain't the same neighbor. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm just a puppet. Catch your blessings. Don't dim your light, neighbor. Love yourself. Don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter. You're worthy. G.O.D. got you. We don't worship the same God, but God loves you. Gotta go. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. It's the train of thought for me. You know, my content not for everybody, and that's okay. You know, today is currently November 15th, 2025. No, it's the train for me. I want to be yourself with no misattentions. Attention span. Who would have knew? You know the outside world tried to discourage you, but that faith hits different when you actually truly got potential. Look in the lens they can't relate to. You know confidence gonna bother certain folks' mental health when it comes to growth. They gonna sit there and take your kindness and weakness because you understood to be emotionally available. When it comes to boundaries, hits different, maturing. You know you wasn't acting your shoe side more like your body with the end of the day. Overcome what you've been through, become the obstacles and pain, still being patient with time and day, but understood your weather at the end of the day. I knew how to respect my neighbor when they couldn't see my reflection. You know, because faith hits different. You know, certain folks will never understand how you truly pray to go within. You know, that conversation you had with God one-on-one, they will never understand you wasn't overthinking. Even when they try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, at the end of the day, stand up for yourself. Hold on 1 second. Who would have knew at the end of the day that you would be your biggest cheerleader, a dream come true, allowing you to choose you because God brought you balance to love yourself at the end of the day because God brought you peace. You know, my content is not for everyone, and I say this respectfully. No, it's a trick, don't be. Always be yourself, but no message. Hello. You know, my content, everybody, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone did not know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. You poured into the wrong cup. But the right people, when they walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They not project the spoke towards you or even send you the evil lie. And I say it respectfully. You know, when folks is not rooting you on them today, never dim your light being your biggest cheerleader. And I say that respectfully. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. No, it's a trade of it. It's not. No, for real, it really isn't. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. Have a safe year, day, even, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Always be yourself with intentions. I'm Niyha, genuine, love, respect. Entertain purpose only. No, it's a trick, don't be goddamn it. You ever mind you with the mind of your business? You know, you ever got your ass whooped for a box of cereal? No, it's a trick, don't be. It wasn't me. No, for real, it's a trick, don't me. You ever been one of those goddamn kids at the end of the day that had a bunch of siblings amongst you at the end of the day? And you know you had that one hard-headed child at the end of the day that out of your siblings that just wanted the toy. No, it's a trick, though, for me. I'm telling on your stupid ass. No other trait of me. You know how back in the day or whatever the case may be, when you bought the box of cereal, they said you got a little prize in there, whatever the case may be. Everybody couldn't wait to get that, you know, that spoon. It was lit. I ain't gonna front this. When that glow in the dark, that was my favorite one. That's straight off of me. You know, when you participate and when your parents go grocery shopping, your guardian go grocery shopping, and they ask you, you know, y'all get your own little things or whatever the case may be, but y'all go and share a cereal or two. It's a trade over me. We wasn't on the same page when it came to rotation. Hold on 1 second. You know, concentration, demonstration. The box looks nice. Hold on 1 second. You can have the box. I have the cereal. You can have that. You can have that. But hold on 1 second. It's a trade of me. You ever realize that you put your parent in the most uncomfortable situation when it comes to you and your siblings fighting over some goddamn cereal? It's a trade of me. Everybody got to get their ass whooped at one time. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't. So they decided to say, you know what? Pick out whatever y'all want, what case it be. You ever had that one parent that say, you know what? Do me a favor. When we get to the house and when, you know, the month starts to progress in days or whatever case it be, don't get on my nerve. No, it's a train of thought for me. So we participate and get on your nerve anyway. You know what the trade told me? We're kids. You decide to have us. Hello, dumbass. Entertain purpose only. So, we participate in eating this cereal, whatever the case may be. You that one sibling that thinks they're, what's the word I'm looking for? Privilege. No, it's the train of thought for me. They get whatever the fuck they want to get. They get away with the bullshit. So this fool decides to say, you know what? Since I'm the oldest, I'm going to open this cereal and y'all going to listen to me. No, after the train told me, I don't know who kept you in charge today, but you need to sit your stupid ass down. Hello? Only reason, hold on one second. Can you hurry up and open the box at the end of the day? We demonstrating watching the box and realize what's in the box and they I want that toy. I want that spoon. It's a train throw for me. You ever seen siblings fighting over some goddamn cereal and the mother and father or the guardian is sleeping? Who the fuck make all that goddamn noise? Shut your asses up! Why are you so loud for? We wasn't even that loud. We was talking amongst ourselves. It's the train throw for me. Our voice ain't that loud. It's the train throw for me about to bust your bubble. Hello in your blood vessel. Only to realize they say they screaming today. If I gotta get out this goddamn bed today, it's not gonna be a pretty scene. Well, get out the goddamn bed and come do your parent duty, dumbass. It's the train told me. I never understood that. How you threaten us today and we participate trying to figure out who is going to have what and what is going to go down in the day when it comes to participating in this box. You shouldn't have did that. You should have bought multiple boxes at the end of the day to realize, hold on a second, it's only one toy. Hello, one spoon, stupid. And the train told me. This fool decided to say, you know what, I'm getting up. You ever saw someone so mad? On their day off? It ain't on me. They start to participate. Say, I didn't even get out of my bed yet, but I'm walking to you. And if I gotta go, I gotta go. Go where? Amongst your asses. It's the train over me. Why would you do that? Help. No, the train on me. They mad because we arguing over cereal. It's not just the cereal, it's what's in the cereal. Hello, when you know, you know. When you got siblings or cousins at the end of the day, and that favorite cereal box get in the crib, it's over. No, the trade told me it's gonna be a fight. No, for real, for real. And especially when you got hard-headed ass kids in the house. Hello, that shit ain't gonna make no goddamn sense, because what did you say, Guardian? Hello, we didn't hear you. Y'all may need to get your ears checked. No, we don't. We heard you, but we didn't hear you. It's the trade though for me. This fool that starts to participate, so you know what? I'm going to pour y'all cereal. We don't care about that. We talking about what's in the box. Make it make sense. Regulate. Hello, what's wrong with you? You didn't get the picture? Oh, the box. Yeah, hello. It's the trade though for me. That's actually a nice spoon. It glow in the dark too. It's the trade though for me. Someone in a child started coming out and shit too. No, for real, they realize, hold on one second, they supposed to be serious at this moment. Y'all still should not be arguing about no goddamn cereal, but you shouldn't be threatening nobody like you about to whip their ass over some cereal then. That's the train that's over me. Entertainment purpose only. My concept, everybody that's, okay. No, the train that's over for me. It's a blessing. You overcame so many obstacles when it came to time and change. Who would have knew that you understand a valuable lesson? Unconditional love started within, even days when you couldn't see. Who would have known that you could pour into your soul when it comes to those empty spaces? You wasn't seeking revenge when it came to the enemy. I didn't hear I love you, but I still chose me. Until, hold on one second. Wait, you ever got lost in your words? Only was the time allowed you to feel like you actually changed? Certain folks will never understand that boundaries is different. You was a child once upon a time, how time flies. Becoming an adult, they would never understand it. Hold on one second. I understood the value of my time. I got so lost being an adolescent. I ain't had the proper support when it came to hold on one second. Motivation, love. What happened to you that day? You ever felt so alone? Only was to hold on one second. Nobody hears you. Nobody sees you. Dang, you was chasing a high. Only was to hold on one second. Your blessings start to multiply. Becoming an adult, that was the biggest flex. Regardless of keeping poverty and pain, they would never understand time will actually feel like, hold on one second, change. They would never understand your walk of life. Mommy and daddy issues, hold on one second. It was part of your reality. But one thing about you at the end of the day, you didn't allow that to dim your light. When you said growth, I may not make sense to the average person, But being real, being different, truly allow you to feel why you truly healed. You may not have the proper support, let alone love, but who would have knew that empty cup will allow you to feel why you truly love you? Wow. Always be yourself. I say this to say this. It's never a right or wrong way to express yourself, and especially when you're not trying to hurt yourself or others around you. Certain folks may not understand you. It starts to take play in discrimination, racism, disrespect, folks trying to humiliate you. You may even get lost in your words, so they try to abuse you mentally, physically, emotionally. They will even project sport towards you or even energy harvest off your energy. Becoming an adult, everybody wasn't given a manual, but who would have knew that God allowed you to feel it's okay to be woke? Even when an enemy tried to test you to discourage you, standing before yourself today, saying, I love me. The energy is different. Just because the wrong person didn't understand you, respect you, they know how to love you, when the right people walk into your life, they don't overlook you. It doesn't matter what you're going through when it comes to trials and tribulations in life. Because just because you express yourself to the wrong person or you didn't know how to have the proper wording, when the right person walks into your life, they don't have malicious intentions towards you. And they're actually your biggest cheerleader. And I say that respectfully. Regardless if you have a speech problem or you don't know how to word certain things. But when someone actually sees you, hears you, respects you, that energy is different. Don't allow yourself to hold you back because someone disappointed you, expressing yourself to the wrong person. Healing childhood trauma, going into adulthood, it's not easy and it's not an overnight process. But you are worthy. And I say that respectfully. It doesn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. When they come into your life, they don't have malicious intentions towards you. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect, and today is currently November 15th, 2005. No, I have a trade off, you got done. My content, but that's okay. No, I have a trade off for me. You ever been minding with the money business? No, for real, for real. You realize why you big single? No, I have a trade off for me. You ever realize everybody around you is all in a relationship or whatever case be? You fall from ahead. You ruin folks on. No, that's the truth though. You're not that same person that send people spell work or the evil line. No, you pray for them. I hope the relationship work out or whatever case it be. But I want a blue basket too. You ever realize you started making your own blue love basket? It's a trade over me. No, the trade over me. Don't ever feel embarrassed today when you see a whole bunch of couples around you, what case it be. Don't ever dim your light, niggas. When the right person participates and walks into your life, trust and believe it's gonna be a dream come true. It's the same purpose only. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect. You ever mind you been with the mind your business? Hey, what's going on? No, that's a train of thought for me. It's the holiday times at your job or, the family decide to do something. They give you the most simplest thing to do. Just show up. Here's the train thought for me. Oh, my God. They say don't bring nothing. You don't know how to cook. It's okay. We got this. That one family member or friend or associate or whatever the case may be that decides to say, you know what? I want to do something nice. No, it's the train of thought for me. First of all, you could have saved your money. You could have saved the recipe. You could have saved your train of thought. Hello, nobody asked you to make no goddamn dip. Ain't nobody gonna eat it. It's the train of thought. What the fuck is that anyway? It's all watery and shit. What the fuck? That's how I like it. Oh, that's why you be in urgent care all the time in emergency room. It's the train of me. We understand everybody digestive system ain't the same. That's why we gonna put that to the side and you can take it right back where it came from, back home. It's the train of me. You ever realize you wasn't trying to be rude to your family member or that one particular associate or friend today? You wasn't trying to be rude or nothing. But wrap it up. No, it's the train of thought for me. No, for real, for real. Do you need a bag? Are you... Will you need some foil or something? That's the train throwing me. Fools started saying, well, damn, you kicking me out. No, we're not kicking you out. We just let you know that we don't want to participate in whatever habit you got going on. Because hold on one second, that's not eye appealing. Let alone, I think we need to call the health department on your ass. Why would you try to serve people that shit? You ever realize, certain dip, I'm sorry, not sorry. Dip ain't supposed to be as watery as running water. No, it's the train that throws for me or looking like soup. What's wrong with people? It's supposed to be some type of texture going on or something at the end of the day. You ever had someone try to offer you something and you reevaluate your whole train of thought when it comes to your life? I want to see tomorrow his train thought with me. I'm still praying to God at the end of the day. Let me. I don't want you to short change my attention span, let alone hold on 1 second. My concentration. I knew what I was doing at the end of the day. If the train thought with me, this fool decides to volunteer and say, hold on 1 second. So you mean to tell me y'all not going to try my dip? You ever realize the new comments you started real quick? It's the train of thought. My cousin about us. Okay. Always be your soul intentions. You know, no mother or father should lose a child due to jealousy, insecurity, or spell work, or someone sending someone an evil eye, regardless of their sexual orientation, their disability, age, or their religion. You know, jealousy is real. You don't have to know somebody for someone to project jealousy or envy towards you. And I say this respectfully. No mother or father should have to get that phone call, regardless to where they're at in their journey, to know that they have to go and identify their child because someone lacks self-control. How this tough becomes the norm because the enemy and the devil said it's okay. God never said this was okay. God never said it was okay to hurt your neighbor. God never said it was okay to hurt your neighbor if God is picking your neighbor up. God is restoring your neighbor. God is covering your neighbor. God is healing your neighbor. God is loving your neighbor. God is showing up for your neighbor. You know, my content may not make sense to the average person, but my content is not for everyone. It shouldn't be the norm that someone loses their life. It doesn't matter if it's domestic violence, discrimination, or hate crime, or whatever, etc. Or for someone being jealous. Y'all want to jump somebody. Someone being jealous and envious. Y'all want to gather up a hate train towards somebody. Y'all want to bring harm towards an innocent person because someone said, I want to change my life. I want to love me. Because someone didn't know how to pour into me, I decided to say, you know what? I'm not going to skip out on a chapter and stop choosing me because you didn't know how to respect me. No mother or father. And I don't mean no disrespect. So lose a child. Because someone's lack of self-love, someone's lack of self-respect, someone's lack, because they can't even look at themselves in the mirror. It didn't matter if that person came from a single family household or not, because people pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to gang up on and hurt and bring harm towards. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. It didn't matter someone's tax bracket. No mother and father is deserving of that phone call. And especially a stand-up man. And especially a stand-up woman. A mother that is a prayer warrior. A father. Regardless of the trials and tribulations that he was dished as an adolescent at the end of the day. And it may have went into his adulthood. That man, that child became a man when that baby came home to him in his hands. It should be no reason why he's looking at his reflection and is trying to figure out his mental health. Where did he go wrong? Because someone lacks self-control. You know, I may not make sense to the average person. You could disrespect me all day long, but you're not going to put your hands on me. And I'm not being cocky at the end of the day. It's just train of thought for me. No mother or father should have to grieve and bury their child. Because there are men and women that pray for their child. They don't project spell work on their child. They don't send their child the evil eye. And they don't have malicious intentions towards their child. You know, my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. You know, no mother or father, regardless if they came from poverty and pain or not, should lose custody of their child. Or their child should be stripped away from them because someone lacks self-control. Someone wants to make a mother and a father miserable Someone doesn't want someone to pour into themselves because jealousy and envy. They don't want you to balance a smile. How a mother and father is still grieving a child every single day because someone decided to come into someone's household and tell that mother and father at the end of the day they're not worthy. They're not worthy of the love of their own child. They're not worthy of praying for their child. They're not worthy of protecting their child when they didn't have to do anything besides show up for their child. They're a provider. They're a protector. They're a prayer warrior, regardless to who didn't know how to love them, respect them, or meet them halfway. You know, my content is not for everyone. You know, I see people laughing at individuals who lose their life. And it's really disgusting to see. But not everybody's like that. Not everybody has the mindset of having jealousy, envy, and insecurity in them. Because someone may have more than you, or somebody more be talented than you, or someone looks, it bothers your mental health, or someone decides to step out on faith to become their best self, vision themselves, regardless to the circumstances that they were in. Someone went from being homeless and they turned their life around for all the right reasons, and all you want to do is just try to tear them down. All you want to do is just disrespect them. How this type of stuff becomes the norm at the end of the day. How folks would take your kindness for weakness, and then when someone speaks up for themselves, then you're quick to say they a snitch, they a bitch, they're not worthy of life. You want to strip them from everything. How this type of stuff happens. All because you're a bully. How this type of stuff actually happens. It may not be going on in your household, but it's going on in someone's household. And I say this respectfully. You know, my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody for them to hack your device, your accounts, your emails, or monitor your phone calls, or even monitor from the time that you walk out your household. Or they pay people to bring harm towards you, to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even jump you. Or they even pay people to beat you up. And then paint you to be crazy, or try to create a scenario at the end of the day that, no, that person started it, and they would try to get you locked up, put you in the sideboard because they want to control the narrative of your life at the end of the day. How this type of stuff actually happens. Gang stalking is real to your household. They will monitor your mail, your packages. They will even create conversations at the end of the day like, yeah, know each other. Or they even create conversations as if you was part of that email or that phone call conversation at the end of the day. They will even project spell work towards individuals that's probably trying to approach you. Or they would even dig up your past to try to humiliate you. Or even pay people at the end of the day to get dirt on you at the end of the day. But when you're an individual that don't run from your past, the energy is different. Always be yourself with no intentions. Gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. I'm not your genuine respect. I'm not a sex worker, and I am not an addict, regardless of what man or woman or child is trying to blackmail me, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself or my peers around me. I don't walk around starting problems with people at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Regardless to what man or woman has me shadow banned or is gang stalking me. I don't live in fear and I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. It's currently November 15th, 2025, and it's currently 10:39 p.m. Always be yourself, no intentions. Never allow a man or a woman to project fear in you because they're threatening your life because they decided to take your kindness or weakness and say that nobody's ever going to believe you. And especially when you have to do that besides be your authentic self. When you never have those intentions, but you knew how to respect your neighbor. It didn't matter if your mother didn't show you love. It didn't matter if your father wasn't there for you. It didn't matter where you was at in your healing journey at the end of the day or your spirituality. You knew how to respect your neighbor. But they decided to take your kindness or weakness and try to blackmail you against you. But your voice does matter. You know, my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. No, I haven't changed on it. No, forever. My content, that's okay. You know, I love to talk about love. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. It wasn't misery loves company. It wasn't lust, toxic love. That wasn't in your vocabulary when it come to hold on 1 second. Someone emotionally available. Who would have knew? Someone could actually be stable. Me and you halfway. Y'all both probably came from poverty and pain, maybe not. But who would have knew that someone want to protect your heart? You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, that piece is different. When God truly gave you the puzzle at the end of the day, when it came to the connection, you know, the key to a future so real. That door open for all the right reasons to allow you to heal. It wasn't mind manipulation game, so it wasn't trying to take your kindness or weakness. Who would have knew y'all be on the same page? You know, the love of your life that sees you, hears you, respects you. You know, someone actually knew how to fix you, trying to maintain your smile, pray for you, not against you. You know, that motivation is different. Someone truly stepping for you, your biggest cheerleader, up close person behind closed doors, even when the outside world trying to dim you like to do you wrong. Who would have you didn't have to get physical? Because God was truly showing you was on divine timing. God was protecting his union for all the right reasons. They would never understand that. Hold on 1 second. It was more than a hobby at the end of the day. When someone didn't have to lie to you. Wow. You gained a lover, a best friend, a business partner. The energy is different. You ever had to take a moment to yourself to realize you prayed when you least expected? You walked into a situation, but you wasn't blindsided. Understanding your reflection. Not only was you able to look in the mirror and understand that you are beautiful, you are handsome, but someone sees you to value your time to bring you balance. You know, someone was actually on your schedule at the end of the day. Y'all come into communication when it comes to hold on 1 second. Two worlds can operate together. The energy is different. When someone's really stepping for you, they didn't have to switch up on you. You know, even when the outside world is saying you spoken in a toxic way, who would have knew that someone's really praying for you? Wow. Even when you get lost in your words, someone didn't have a hand problem. They wasn't trying to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. That unconditional love hits different when someone truly shows it. Hold on 1 second. Communication hits different. You know, because what you dealt with in your past is only living in reality today. Someone actually heard your trauma and pain, which you overcame. Only because, hold on 1 second, they was trying to play mind games. Someone sees you, hears you, respects you. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years. Only as a hold on 1 second. A future so rare. You wouldn't expect it. Opposites attract. Who would have knew? God allowed you to see why someone could truly keep it real with you. Truly rare. Pouring into you. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. But never give up on yourself. And I say respectfully, that relationship, it didn't work out. But that's not mean stop loving you. Certain folks know how to respect you, love you, protect you. But that does not mean stop choosing you. They didn't see your potential. But you found you. And you still being patient when it comes to healing you. But you're mad and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. No, I haven't changed on me, goddaughter. My content is okay. Always be yourself. It was more so G-O-D. That core is different. You know, because kind, not blindsided. They would never understand how G-O-D allowed you to see when it comes in your eyes. You know, that faith is different. You know, maturity, overcoming the pain, you was far from weak. They didn't see your potential when they was truly hating. Being discovered because someone didn't know how to show themselves motivation. They try to keep you down because you understood God's illustration. You know, God was your director at the end of the day because God was really showing your path when they least expected. Even when they said that God wasn't real, y'all didn't pray to the same God, but God was really showing you faithful. It's different because God was really stepping for you and God spent the block. You ain't have to dibble and dabble with spoke when folks was trying to dim your light to discover you. Even when the hate train was real, who would have knew it? God was really showing you confidence. The end of the day, it's different. Unconditional love, why you choose yourself. You know. I love myself, not to dim my light. You better than yourself, they would never understand. You could truly be amazing, never overlook God's plan. You knew how to pray for your neighbor, that energy is different. They would strategize and right to left, how it took a whole group to try to take you down, discourage you. You even had to say someone's name at the end of the day, but damn, God truly revealed the devil alone, the enemy on two different levels, how you was truly woke when he didn't want you to grow. You know, God found peace within you. God found peace within you. Because you allowed yourself to choose you. God gave you the proper pieces. They would never understand God's tools. Unconditional love allowed you to feel you was far from the fool. You know, healing trauma and pain was an overnight process. But being patient with time and day, you didn't have to get physical. You know that energy is different when they try to antagonize you. Getting lost in someone's chapter, who would have knew that God allowed you to see why God was protecting you. God spent the block for all the right reasons. At the end of the day, loving yourself don't dim your light when he wasn't trying to catch a case. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's gang stalking me or who's projecting sport towards me at the end of the day. I'm far from a hater, and I say it respectfully. Always be yourself. You know, individuals say that God is not real. That's cool. But everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Because when God sends the right people into your life, they don't project sport towards you. They don't energy harvest off your energy. They don't send you the evil eye. And then God listens intentions towards you. It's not a crime to be a truth teller, especially when I run from your past. We ain't the same, neighbor. It'd be the train of thought for me. Love yourself, don't dim your light, neighbor, neighbor, far from a hater. You know, that transition is different. That transition is different. It was more like a transaction. Only was the hold on 1 second, you understood God's receiver. That bank hold on 1 second. It was a blessing when they didn't understand hold on 1 second. You know, you came from being adolescent, becoming an adult, acting your body weight, they would never understand how miracles could truly happen. You know, it wasn't always about money when it comes to God's remedy. Because if you don't got yourself at the end of the day, they wouldn't see, hold on 1 second, what you talking about to go with it. I may not make sense to the average person. But when God loves you, that ain't just different. And I don't mean no disrespect, and I say it respectfully. Because when God pours into you with love, when God pours into you with guidance, can't no money in the world take that away. What God is enduring within you, when God is restoring you, when God is nurturing you, when God is showing you the devil and the enemy is trying to stop you from choosing you. Ain't no dollar value can take that away. Just like a relationship at the end of the day. You know, that relationship, because you can't buy love, it be the train of thought for me. That go with folks' head. When you got God in your life, that energy is different. And when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They don't got malicious intentions towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. That maturity is different. They act in their body when they shoe size. They pray for you, not against you. And if they're not for you, they keep it pushing her now after train of thought for me. No, for real, for real. If someone not for you, they keep it pushing. It's that simple. I don't push God on nobody. That's why I say my content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from a hate crime. I would never hurt myself regardless to who's willing to blackmail me against me or who's plotting against me at the end of the day. Today is currently November 15, 2005. I would never hurt myself regardless who has me shadow banned or not at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Gang stalking is real to your household. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. Stop the violence. You are my sunshine. You. Neighbor, 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 we far from haters. Don't dim your light. G.O.D. got your back. God got you. God got you. God got you. God got you. Ain't nothing like G.O.D. love. We not all the same. Miracle, miracle, go check you out. Miracle, miracle, go check you out. Look in the mirror, love yourself. Gotta go. I'm Niyha, and you'll love respect that my content is not for everyone. And that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. And it's true. You can't buy true love. You can't. Buying someone's love at the end of the day, it's not going to make sense. Because are you actually emotionally available? Because when the money run out at the end of the day, and it's on a different frequency, what are you going to do then? It'd be the train of thought for me. You can have all the money in the world. Someone's abusing you mentally, physically, emotionally. So you mean to tell me at the end of the day, you allowing yourself to be put in a situation with your back against the wall, and you telling a person it's okay for them to abuse you when they pick and choose, all because they're giving you money? It's a train of thought for me. You know, my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. When someone walks into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. It's not a crime to love someone at the end of the day, and it's not a crime to meet someone halfway. Healthy love is not toxic love. And I say that respectfully. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. But my content is not for everyone. And sometimes in life, expressing yourself to the wrong person will go over their head. They will disrespect you. They will have malicious intentions. They will project spoil towards you. But when other people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. And especially when you're not trying to hurt yourself or others around you. And I say that respectfully. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. I haven't taken me, I gotta go! Peace and respect, your neighbors, other ones, better what them you like. Gotta go there, but what them you like. Always be yourself. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, I always have since day one, regardless of trying to blackmail me against me, and I say respectfully. You know, me being threatened by men and women, I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. I do not live in fear, and I walk these streets alone, regardless of trying to blackmail me against me. I never gave nobody permission to make money off of me. I never gave nobody permission to use my documentations against me at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully. I'm far from a hater regardless of your tax bracket. No, ever traded over me. I say what I say, I gotta go. Always be yourself. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. What's up, butterfly? It was a moment that you had to realize how time could truly fly at the end of the day. Looking in the mirror, pouring into yourself, balance truly allows you to feel while you didn't escape. You know, self-love is different. You had to show yourself self-love, even days when you didn't feel well. You know, folks wasn't pouring into you. The disrespect was loud, but who would have known that you keep yourself real? Who would have known that you could keep it real to go within? Even days when you couldn't see, but you was tired of hiding. Allowing yourself to blossom, how? How can I show up for me when I overlook me? Being mindful when this chapter actually has different. You know, you're not hurting yourself with words anymore. You understood the space at the end of the day they couldn't see. How you was empty, pouring into all the wrong cups, only for you to realize, hold on 1 second, uplifting you was more powerful than anything, and everything that actually made sense actually sees you, and they didn't have to pretend to love you, respect you. You know, the disrespect wasn't loud this time in chapter. The disrespect wasn't allowed in this chapter. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hate it, respect you, allowing you to feel that, hold on 1 second, a dream truly come true. It was one door that was closed, another one that was open. God truly showing you motivation hits different. God allowed you to blossom for all the right reasons. You was far from weak when they took your kindness or weakness. They would never understand it's okay to love. You know, self-love going within. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second, it's okay to judge. But just stay in your lane. Don't put your hands on me. And I say that respectfully. Never trade them. Leave it as people alone. You've been through so many obstacles. They was throwing spoke right to left. But God was truly showing you why you was truly motivating yourself. To understand, hold on 1 second, motivation hits different. Even when you didn't make sense to the average person, giving up wasn't God's opportunity at the end of the day, because God truly brought you balance, acknowledge your worth, that you are loved. You know, because God endorsed certain tools within you, butterfly. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second, when the devil told so many lies, God was truly protecting your heart. A beautiful heart that never had to switch up, even days when you felt so uncomfortable in your own skin. Who would have known that you'd be standing before yourself today, allowing yourself to heal, still being patient with time and day. Only was, hold on 1 second, God allows you to see, or God shows you to keep it real. Always be yourself. Sometimes in life you express yourself to the wrong person. They don't understand you, but never stop you from choosing you. And I say that respectfully, because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. You may not make sense to the average person, especially when you're not trying to hurt yourself or others around you. But when the right person walks into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. Everybody expresses their emotion differently. It doesn't matter if someone came from trauma and pain or not. From a child point of view going into their adulthood, everybody expresses themselves differently. And everybody doesn't put their hands on individuals at the end of the day. Being a bully is the trade of me. I gotta go. My content is not for everyone. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I say it respectfully. Always be yourself. Never give up on yourself because someone did not love you, respect you, protect you. You poured into the wrong cup. You still be impatient with time and day when it comes to balance. You matter and you are worthy, and I say it respectfully. When the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. And they ain't got much intentions. And when God sends the right people into your life, they act in their body weight and their shoe size. It ain't far from haters. No, it's the trait though, but we are all not haters. I gotta go. Always be yourself, no intentions. Stop the violence. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Nobody deserves to lose their life over jealousy or envious mindsets at the end of the day. Folks that lack self-control. It's just a thought for me. We all don't operate the same. Always be yourself, no intentions. I'm Niyha, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I gotta go.